What's going on, people? We are Tottenham TV, and finally we have an announcement, people. We've just brought you all the news about Matt Doherty, Harvey White and Jed Spence, and told you we were not leaving the studio until this announcement came. We heard much earlier on in the day from Fabrizio Romano that it's not going to come until 8 o'clock. Well, it's 11 o'clock. The deadline has passed, and we're still here. So anyway, the announcement is here. Pedro Porro is here. It's not the greatest announcements of all time. We waited so long for this. I thought they were going to do something special. But anyway, we'll get into the announcement. But it's just finally so great to have our man with us in the Spurs shirt. Pedro Porro is a Spurs player, and I couldn't be happier with this particular signing. And yeah, let's get into the announcement.
Yeah, let's bring on the announcement video. Spurs waited until 10 to 11 in the evening to release this announcement. Chat THFC with Pedro Porro asking...
Chat GBT.
Exactly. Basically, Pedro Porro asking it how they should announce the video, and taking the piss out of Alexis Sanchez here, which is quite funny after he did his piano when announcing Man United. Making fun of people replying to tweets saying, you know, announce Porro and all these things. Also, YouTube compilations. Porro checking out YouTube compilations himself, joining Tottenham. But here he is in his new Pedro Zorro mask. Look at that. Absolutely brilliant. I thought it was all right, the announcement. I didn't think it was that bad. But look, there you have it. Tottenham have announced Pedro Porro. Here he is holding the shirt as well. We can bring that up as well on the phone. Yeah, you can bring that up there. Here he is holding the shirt.
Beautiful.
A sight for sore eyes. Absolutely fantastic.
I'm loving every second of it. And, you know, finally we have replaced Kyle Walker, who left the club, 4 or 5 years ago. And we've been desperate for a right back. We've been through the trenches with right backs. After Kyle Walker was Kieran Trippier. We chased him out of the club. Serge Aurier came after that. Matt Doherty came after that. Emerson Royale came after that. Jed Spence came after that, and now we finally have our man, and hopefully he does live up to all the reputation and expectation.
Yeah, and he is a young player, and he's coming to Tottenham with a lot of expectation resting on his shoulders, given the fact that we've had so many mishaps in this position ever since selling Kyle Walker back in 2017. And rightly or wrongly, a lot of Tottenham fans, us included, believe in his ability and believe in his quality and what he can bring to the Conte system. I think it's important to be patient and fair with him and not expect him to be a world beater immediately, and he's still got developing to do. You've got to remember, it's good he's going to be in a new league. He's played predominantly in Spanish and the Portuguese league, so it might take some time for him to acclimatise to the Premier League and to Conte's system. But once he gets going, I've got no doubt about it, he is going to be absolutely flying down that right hand side. I have no doubt about it. His technical ability, his crossing ability, his ability of dribbling as well, he's going to be a joy to watch, and I think he's going to be someone who's going to really excite the fans.
Yeah, 100%. And finally, maybe we can get back to that dynamic that we had with Kyle Walker and Danny Rose next season, with Pedro Porro and Udogie on the left. I mean, I'm just thinking about it now. Since Kyle Walker has left, we got 50 million from him for him. How much money have we spent on right backs? Up until now in the last 5 years. 23
on Aurier, 22 on Emerson.
So that's 50 pretty much.
12 on Matt Doherty.
Yeah.
That's pretty much it, isn't it? And Spence,
60.
and 20 million on Spence.
And 40 on him. 45 on Pedro.
And 40 on Pedro.
It's a mad amount of money when we should have just gone to our first target first and foremost and started skimping around for all these years. I mean, if that's not a lesson to Daniel Levy to just go for your number one target and not try and cheap out and skimp out at every window, I don't know what is.
100%, always looking for a good deal. You know, I doubt Matt Doherty was our first choice target when we signed him. We probably got only gone because he cost 12 million. Serge Aurier, we probably only got him because he was a half decent deal. Emerson, we got him on deadline day because he was an opportunity. He just appeared on deadline day. Yeah. I don't think he was our first option either. And so I think it is a lesson. Hopefully Porro proves to everyone that, and he shows to the hierarchy how important it is to go when you scout a player and you've decided this is the player that we want, to go out and get him, and what wonders it can do. Because I am so convinced that he can be an amazing player for us at right wing back in this system, and flying down the right hand side, and he's just going to be night and day in terms of what he offers offensively. And hopefully if he does well, the hierarchy will take notice of what can happen if you get your first choice.
Yeah, absolutely. And it's so nice to see a player that genuinely is so happy to join Tottenham as well, genuinely wants to play for Tottenham, a player of that quality as well. You saw how happy he was at the airport yesterday. You saw how he'd missed training and tried to force that move when he heard the move was breaking down. I mean, it's just so great, isn't it, to finally have someone of this quality that's just genuinely so happy to play for Spurs.
Yeah, it's refreshing, and I can't wait. I can't wait for his debut, and I can't wait to see him in a Tottenham shirt, and I can't wait to see him taking people on and crossing the ball into the box. And I really think he's going to bring a lot to our team, and I think it's going to make our team a lot more well-rounded offensively as well. It's going to cause more problems for the opposition, having two wing-backs who can attack and cause problems. It's going to hopefully create more space for the likes of Kulusevski and Kane to operate. It's going to give something else for the opposition to think about, which they haven't had to think about before this signing. And it's one we've been calling for. It's one that we've been excited about and talking about for a long time. We've done about 28 videos or something ridiculous on Pedro Porro over this transfer window.
This really is the last Daily Porro.
And we think so. We think it's the last Daily Porro until we,
How many times have we said that though?
Until we get into it, how he plays, and then it'll be a different kind of Daily Porro. But yeah, this should bring an end to the Daily Porro, which has been a much enjoyed series throughout the whole of the transfer window. But I'm so excited to see him pull on a Tottenham shirt, and I can't wait to see what he's going to do.
Yeah, I mean, this transfer saga has kind of played out the way I thought it would. I've had said consistently through the window how I think this will get done and it will rumble on till the last day, and then they'll finally announce it on the last day. I mean, we've been linked with him since literally the first day of the window, if not from before the window. So, I mean, this has been a long transfer in the making. I have no idea why it's taken this long. Well, I do know, because I know Daniel Levy and I know the hierarchy and the way they act. But this deal should have got done ages ago. But alas, we are here at 11 o'clock in the studio with the announcement video. But I think it's time to put all that behind us. He's here now. He's available to play against Man City on the weekend. And I cannot wait to see him get onto that pitch. So there you have it.
Does he start against City? Big one, big decision. See how he does in training.
Yeah, I'm not sure if Conte will just throw him straight in. But he did do it with Bentancur and Kulusevski, didn't he?
I think they had a couple of sub appearances first, didn't they?
I think at Brighton they had the sub appearance, and at Man City away they just started.
And Southampton, they both got subbed on at Southampton as well.
Yeah, it was 2 games.
So a couple of subs, and then they got trucked in. But you never know if he's up to it in training and stuff.
Depends how much he dislikes Emerson.
You got to remember Bentancur and Kulusevski weren't playing that regularly at Juve at the time, and maybe they needed a bit to bed in. But Porro's been playing regularly for Sporting.
Just played a cup final.
Yeah, so maybe he could get thrown in. It'll be very exciting if he does.
Yeah, I mean, I'd love to see him thrown in, but I could understand if Emerson started the game, to be fair. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. And no more spoilers for the predicted lineup on Friday. But look, there you have it. Pedro Porro is finally a Spurs player. It is on loan with an obligation to buy at the end of the season. So the loan fee is about 5 million euros. And then the obligation, I believe, is around 40 million euros. So, yeah. Be happy. Let us know in the comment section below what your thoughts are on the Pedro Porro signing. And let us know if you think he is going to start against Manchester City. Thank you, everyone, for joining us today for the last ever Daily Porro. Like, subscribe and comment. And as always,
come on, you Spurs.